He really is brain dead, this guinea. He saw where they went, because as soon as I get Morris and Rooster in, the girls immediately, well, come on then, tit. They immediately start talking at me. It's like middle of winter today again. No, don't do this bloody hide and seek round. Oh my God. Thank you. Go on, out there. Dogs, would you stop going around in circles? We see this every night. It's as if it's something different. And they start marching up and down the fence, whickering at me. And I didn't really want to put them out here tonight because, again, you know, it's like a jungle. A worse jungle, and the mares were out here last night. Just trampling it all down, but it's made no difference. As soon as it rains, everything grows about 10 feet as you're looking at it. So there's one lady Turks. Where's the others? Where's the other two? Oh, they're over there somewhere. Amongst the overgrowth. Yeah, so Guinea sees him come out every night, and sometimes in the morning. And he just marches up and down the fence. He's absolutely emaciated. That's all he does all day, is march up and down the fence. Well, you might have some lady friends. And I eventually put the eggs under the little bare neck hen, who's, I don't know what she's up to. I give her an egg every day to try and perk her up, and she'll come out and look at it and lay down wherever she is, and I have to take her out 2 or 3 times to finally get her to eat it. And then she does eat it and goes back into the nest, but she hasn't had a poo again for another 3 days, so 2 days. 2 days. Doesn't seem to be drinking anything, so I don't know what's the matter with them all. I've got one turkey laying every other day when she thinks about it, but sits on the nest virtually all day in between. Another one who's laying soft-shelled eggs. And another one who refuses to lay there where she was before in the caravan bit. I think it's because the crows were taking the eggs. And she has to go out there and lay out there. But, of course, she can't go and lay out there at this time of night. But the one that's laying soft-shelled eggs, I don't know, I'm not very happy with her. Yeah, I think it might be you, isn't it? It's not Scarface and it's not Lopalong. I think you're Lopalong. No, Lopalong's over there. Scarface is laid, she lays in the house. So that's alright. Yeah, the one with the broken tail. Yes, it's you with a broken tail feather. You can't dust in there tonight, any gay, I'm afraid. No, you can't. It's all wet and disgusting. There's no way you can dust in there unless you want a mud bath, of course. So, oh, there's one. Who's that? I don't know. I know which one that is. Oh, there's the other one. They've decided it's getting a bit late, is it? You want to go in? You're not going to bother to do anything else exciting today. Absolutely filthy day. Freezing cold, pouring with rain. Absolutely filthy. I don't know what's happened to the weather. And of course, because the climate's changed so much, insects have changed their patterns. The swallows have changed their pattern. We had swallows over here, 2 of them. We used to have 6 pairs. We're now down to 2 pairs. Well, there's 1 pair floating around in the barn there where they nest, and they're building their nest up, so I know them. But the other 2, I don't know where they've disappeared to. The other pair, they've just all vanished. But they were over here at the beginning of March, which is not normal. Normally end of May they appear, well, since March. End of March. Absolutely ridiculous. You can't dust in there either, dear, it's too wet. Oh, you're not dusting there, you're seeing the seeds and bits and pieces, okay. The hoo-poo can't find his mate, so obviously she's perished. Overgrown with... This is a form of wild carrot, but it's not the normal wild carrot. They normally have round, flat heads with red dots in the middle, so that's different now. And of course the brambles, we never used to have brambles like we got now. Might have had the odd plant that we used to just cut, and that was about the end of it. Oh dear, hightailing it in. Oh, there's Lopalong. Oh no, Lopalong's got the broken tail. Well, she's not the one laying soft eggs. Oh, you're not very happy then tonight, okay. Too wet out there and miserable and cold, yeah. Probably is right, but shut the fence back up then. And when we had brambles down the bottom, in bottom field, we used to go down there once a year and pick the berries. If the horses hadn't got there first, if the mares hadn't got there first. Some years we wouldn't have any berries at all because there had been not enough rain, so there might be sort of the odd one that was about the size of a pinhead and hard. And other years we might get, I don't know, 8 or 9 pies worth. Great, you know, lovely. Now, every year, bucket loads of the damn things, and they're just growing everywhere, and they're growing out of control. And the bramble patch down the bottom field has taken over the whole side of the hill, and it's got to be 20 foot high. Awful. And down in the patch, way down there, in the stallion patch, of the stallions I now haven't got, there was just one very small little bramble bush there that never produced any fruit. Now there's 2, and they've taken up virtually the whole of one small paddock. And these bloody rushes everywhere. I mean, we did have one small one there, we did have a small one there. Now look at them, they're taking over too, because I say the climate's changed. And my poor peach tree, I don't think that'll ever be the same again. I've got 4 normal looking leaves, but other than that, they're all crumpled up and all desperate. No good at all. I'll take my hand out of this the minute I shut the gate. Absolutely no good. Yeah, 6 normal leaves. The rest are desperate. So it looks like it's been weed killed. But, these are so bloody fat, I don't know what to do with them. 2 lame ones, oh, never mind. I ain't doing nothing about that. One because of her knee, the other one I think it's her foot. She's got a damn great sand crack up the middle of her hoof. Alright, back to me kitchen duties, and I'll come shut them all in. Well, I don't rightly know what the hell's going on, but Morris is unwell now. I've checked him for lice, couldn't see any. I've taken his beak down. He's got mangled feathers there. I don't know what the hell that's all about. Don't know if the rooster's been attacking him or not. But he's pooing white liquid, white water. Didn't want to eat his corn, didn't even want to eat his boiled egg. So I thought, right, bull by the horns, put him out with the girls, see if that cheers him up. I don't know if it's stress or what it is, but I've diatomaceous earthed him and Ooster A-Ray there. But poor Ooster A-Ray's now on his own and he's not impressed. She's broody. I'll limp along and broken tail now. Got one in the house laying. Guinea's lame. It looks like he's got a swollen knee. He was out here just now, pecking at the seed heads with Morris. I think he was quite impressed to have another boy in with him, another male to, you know, confide with and camaraderie and all that lark. But no, he's not a happy bunny at all, are you, Morris? He was really pale this morning, his head and neck and what have you, all his bits and pieces. All his look at me, I'm a male bits were grey-white. He's bloomed a little bit since he's been out here. Oh, I suppose his colour is as good as it should be. He's only been out here 10 minutes, but he's certainly improved colour-wise. But he's actually looking at, interested in what might be in the ground. Oh, that's just liquid. I trimmed his beak as well, because obviously if his beak was too long, because he doesn't peck around like he should do, so his beak doesn't get shaved down. I have to trim that about once every 4 months or so. I trimmed that back slightly shorter than I've done before, so he can perhaps preen himself more effectively if it is. Oh dear, what the hell's the matter with you? What on earth was that? She just sort of collapsed and had a fit. What the hell's going on? None of them can dust because it's done nothing but pee with rain for the last 5 days. Absolutely awful. So I've been going around diatomaceous earthing them. All of them. All, I don't know, 30 something. Oh no, perhaps not. I don't know. I don't know. But there's enough of them anyway, and it's just about killed me. I've got no diatomaceous earth left now at all. Morris had the last bit. Oh, he's doing his toe. Oh, perhaps he's feeling better. Or perhaps it's just the calm before the storm. But we're not booming, so he's not feeling that brilliant. But I thought if I put him out with the girls, at least it'd give him something, hopefully, to live for. But, yeah. And as for Floyd, he's going insane. You're going to go mad now, aren't you? But I can't put you with Floyd, because I think you'll kill him. Because he's such a wuss. But you're not going to like being on your own, are you? At all. Finally put the eggs under little bare neck hen today. She's still not eating properly. She's still not coming out to have a poo or a drink or eat. So, oh girl. What are you up to? Have you just... No, you're limp along, aren't you? You're not limping as much today as you were yesterday. Are you feeling a bit better now, Morris, old boy? Hey? You don't seem to know what to do with yourself, do you? And I've got another broody hen, another little bare neck, the little Moran, the Moran type broody, bare neck little hen. She's broody too, so the 2 last skinny fowl eggs. What my old son, that the female in the tin hut laid. I put them in the incubator. They were sitting in the rack ready for the dogs to have, but fortunately I didn't give them to the dogs, so they're in the incubator and they have got the blastocyst bit on the top, the knobbly bit, which means that they're fertile and starting. But there's only 3 guinea eggs and 1 chicken egg under the little black bare neck. None of the pig house guinea eggs were fertile, so Spot's useless. Well, 4, yeah, that was the 4 pig house eggs. None of them were fertile, only 3 tin hut lot eggs, and yet she's in dire straits. She had lice too and wasn't very happy and wasn't eating, so I dealt with her the night before last. She seems a bit better today. Gave her 2 boiled eggs this morning and she ate them with great relish. Very grateful for those she was. So I hope the last 2 she laid carry on growing normally. I'm going to put little Moran bare neck in with little black bare neck, but I'm going to put a dividing sort of fence, wire fence across the middle, so they can't actually get to each other, because I think it could cause problems. As I shall try and sort out some hen eggs as well. Out of the 7 hen eggs we only got 1 fertile one, so I'll say the rooster there's useless too. I'm a bit worried that when black bare necks lot hatch, if they do, that little Moran might be a bit offensive, or the other way round, and when hers hatch, because the others will be 2 weeks older, there might be all out bloody war. So I'm going to keep them separated until everybody's hatched and out and is up and running and big enough and ugly enough to look after themselves, and well, not look after themselves but fend for themselves, and then I'll put them together and be together. I don't know what you've done to your wings, Morris, but well, you can preen now if you want, because your beak's about right. It's not as short as it would be if you actually bother to peck around, but it's nice that I've put him out today because with the girls. Yeah, you're lousy too, aren't you? I love the way they preen. Yeah, there's the old oil gland. Well, utilise it. Utilise it then. You're supposed to sort of rub your head on your feathers to waterproof them and... what have you. Which is something I've never seen you do, Morris. I've never seen you preen. That's probably why you're always covered in lice. You're hopeless, aren't you? You're a typical lazy male. Expect somebody to do it for you. You having a good old go there, girl? Yeah? What Bob, I don't know if that is his problem, but as soon as I touch anywhere near his tail, he reacts violently, rears backwards and tries to sort of sit down. And you know when you scratch a dog or a cat on the base of their backs and the tops of their tails, you know, they go through absolute ecstasy, convulsions and contortions. They really enjoy it. Well, most dogs and cats do. But that's exactly what he does as soon as I go anywhere near his oil gland or fiddle with his feathers on his tail. So I'm wondering if it's an injury to the bottom of his spine, probably where the bloody shell fell on him. But it just seems strange that he's gone backwards continuously, rapidly, since he had this major convulsion and the shell fell on him. I say round side down, but nevertheless it had a sharp rim to it and straight down, point blank range, right on the bottom of his back. But the vets are useless. I phoned 4 UK vets that are supposed to be chicken experts. One couldn't tell me anything because they were frightened the vets were going to get sued, because there's a new law apparently from the Royal Veterinary College that no vets are allowed to give advice or medical or health-wise information over the phone for fear of it being the wrong information. The other one said that there was nobody there that was a chicken expert. Not great, so why are they on the chicken vet list? And the other one I spoke to yesterday, she said the best thing to do, the vet said it could be a multitude of things, is to put him out of his misery. Great. And the other two, one said it's obviously he's got a spinal problem, put him out of his misery. Oh, it might have a spinal problem now, but that was the receptionist. She said, I'll just go and ask a vet. And she came back with, he said he's got a spinal problem, neurological, so putting him out of his misery, even though he's perfectly normal when he's not convulsing. Apart from the fact now he can't stand or walk, he goes full of stern backwards on his bum and then flips over, and he can't stand. So that's obviously spinal, that's obviously something to do with the shelf falling on him, and the violent convulsion he had in the bloody cage and threw himself against the wall, and of course the violent convulsion he had when he threw himself against the wall again, even though it's, you know, plastic cladding, I don't know what you call it, but it's, you know, lines the wall so it's not hard. But the position he was in, you know, he was right on his bum, he just threw himself backwards on his bum and landed on his tail, and then of course this bloody shell followed, so that's not good. So it might be that now, but nobody can tell me anything else. And again, the fifth one that I phoned this afternoon said, sorry, we can't give you any advice over the phone, you'll have to bring him in. I said, well, I'm in France. She said, well, then you'll have to take him to a French vet. I said, well, yeah, French vets don't know a damn thing about chickens. It'd just be a case of putting him out of his misery. They won't even bother to investigate. So, again, I'm on my own, dealing with it myself, so I'll get him to the end of the week. I've started him on glucosamine now. If it is something to do with bone or tendons, ligaments, whatever, connective tissues, the glucosamine will either do nothing at all or help. I'll soon know if there's an improvement. He's been on that 3 days now, so we'll see. Poor old Easter Ray, you are not a happy bunny, are you? No. Perhaps I'll let Floyd out in the barn in a minute. That's what I might do and see how you two get on. I know they may fly over the bloody fence and then he'll end up all out there anyway. But we'll try that. Yeah, we'll put Floyd in the barn, see what happens. Right, feed the others now. We brought old Bob out so he can get a bit of sun and a bit of fresh air whilst I put old Floyd in the barn, see what happens between him and old Ooster A-Ray there. Old Morris is trying desperately hard to get the girls interested, but I say fortunately one's broody. One's in the shed laying, and she's probably going broody now too. And the other one just isn't interested in either laying, broody or anything else. So not very interested, I don't know what that was about. Certainly isn't interested in old Morris, so I say you can... Oh, there you go. Finally vocalised. Although you did have a natter with me this morning, didn't you? First time in 3 days. You had a natter with me. Yeah. I noticed it being absolutely peeing it down with rain, and monsoon type rain. But freezing. And today it stopped raining, I don't know, about 1:30. And it was still chilly, not quite as cold as it has been, but chilly. I was walking around with my coat on, my jumper and Christ knows what else. And then the sun's come out now, although it looks pretty evil over there and over there, so no doubt it hasn't stopped raining really. And it suddenly heated up by about 20 degrees, literally in about 5 minutes. Ridiculous. Not too hot for him, but the grass has dried a tad, but it's still obviously very damp underneath all this long grass, so it's probably not going to do him any good, but it's healthier than him being on the kitchen floor crashing around, careering into everything, damaging himself further. But it's comb that amazes me. Now that this morning there was completely black, very cold. It's still not warm, but the black's gone out of it. So I don't know if it's something to do with circulation. But his little wattle is still... That's a really hard scab, that, and he keeps tearing it there. I keep cutting bits off to stop him catching it and tearing it. Oh, Bob. I know you're going to fit, aren't you, because you've done that, but I don't think that's helping this situation either. His temperature side of his face is still... It comes and goes. 1 minute it's boiling hot and burns my finger, the next minute it's cool, the next minute it's cold, and then it goes back to boiling hot again. Temperature in between his wattles, again, does the same thing. 1 minute it's cold, next minute it's freezing, next minute it's warm, next minute it's cold again, and then it goes back to burning my fingers again, so I don't know. Old Morris seems to be... Whoa! Now that's right, now fit. Right, we're here. His fits are getting more aggressive. But he thoroughly enjoyed me going over him with the old garlic water and lavender yesterday. So I don't know if he's... Of course I haven't been able to diatomaceous earth him because I haven't been able to get him out here to get the worst of the dust off. Alright, my love. So I've been spraying him every day. And yesterday he really, even though it's been bloody cold, yesterday he really enjoyed it. He opened his old wings and sort of arched his neck and had fit after fit after fit, but he enjoyed it. He enjoyed me spraying him and rubbing it all in. Because I haven't got any diatomaceous earth left now, so that's going to cost me another €150 to get a bucket of that to carry on, clean all the sheds out, give them all a damn good going over with diatomaceous earth on the floor, and spray everything else with neem oil. Absolutely reeks, that stuff, but it's brilliant. It kills everything on contact. Just wish I could spray it on the birds. It'd be so much easier, so much more effective, so much quicker. But of course you can't. I can't spray their skin or their feathers with oil, and it's really thick stuff. I said it absolutely reeks, absolutely disgusting stink. And they start preening and ingesting that, well, their skin won't be able to breathe either, so they do more harm than good. We end up killing them all. But it works wonders all around the walls and the perches in the shed, but I don't put it on the floor, you know, because they scratch around in there and they might again pick it up and eat it. So no, Just the dart makes herself on the floor, and I think that doesn't matter, it'll worm them as well. Oh, Morris is looking better. Right, let me go and put old Floyd out. 8 Ooster around, let's see what happens there.